3.
Good morning, holy brothers! Thank you so much for joining us on our pathway to peace, inside the garden of peace. If you're following along, we're on page 73, and today's lesson is called Punishingly Placing. When you try to put them in their place, not only are you punishing them, but you're punishing yourself at the root as well. And we ended off last time with the saying, it is better to be wise than to be right. Because if you're trying to prove a point that you're right, you're going to end up in the dog house. You're going to end up hurting yourself and fighting for no reason at all. It doesn't matter if you're correct. Let her do what she wants, make her happy, and then you'll be the winner in the long run. Despite the fact that a husband realizes the need of making her first place priority above everything else, the evil inclination that Yetzer Hara is constantly looking for opportunities to destructively destroy that prominent piece in the holy home. So the Yetzer Hara will tell the husband, okay, this time, you know what she did? Now you gotta put her down. You gotta make her realize that she was wrong, and you have to put her in her place. Or don't let this go without saying anything. You need to open your fat mouth. Or, oh my gosh, she's committing an outright sin. What are we gonna do? You gotta stop her right now and tell her she's terrible. Hello? You gotta call her out on this issue. Tell her it's a prohibition. Don't you know that you're violating the Torah? Hello? Wake up. I'm trying to save you. I'm here to save your soul and help you. Not because I hate you, because I love you. That's what the evil inclination says. No. You're doing it good. You got to help her. But come on, what are you doing now? The Yetzer Hara seemingly justifies complaints that they're simply tests of the husband's emunah. And if you think you're closer to God, don't you have to save yourself? Save your wife. Hello? Wake up. Punch her in the face. Tell her she's wrong. She's got to correct herself. She's not always right. In such a sensitive situation, you must stop, recalibrate, and think. Hashem wants me to cherish my wife and make her feel that she's always loved and she's always first place priority. If I criticize her or if I argue with her, then guess what? Even if I'm trying to do good, she will not feel like that in her mind and in her heart. She's going to feel that you are destroying her. So how in the world can I call her out for something? Can I call her down for doing something even if it's absolutely wrong? Even if it's a clear violation of the Torah we're talking about now.
Yes, you can.
That is not what Hashem wants, you fool. Here's an example of how to pray for divine assistance if you're having trouble in this type of issue. These words take exactly and speak from your mouth and from your mind, from your soul, from your heart. Just like this. Master of the world, have mercy on my wife, have mercy on my children, and have mercy on me and on all those who depend upon me. Please let me understand that my happiness and my success depends only on my wife's happiness. Namely, that she feels that she's the most important part of my life. Master of the universe, have mercy on me and instill in my heart an abundance of love for my wife. A love that is greater than anything in the world. Have mercy on me so that my heart will not tempt me whatsoever in any way. Help me to successfully withstand all the trials and all the tests that come my way in this area. And that I will always place my wife and her needs and her wants, her aspirations and desires above every single thing else. Let me internalize that the knowledge that this is your desire, what's happening right now, in your divine wisdom. And please let my wife feel that she is truly the most important part of my life. That's the prayer, word for word, verbatim, that you can say if you're ever having trouble in this area. At this point, then, after that, concluding those words, add your own personal prayers, your own blessings, and your own needs according to whatever situation that you're in right now. This is what you need to say, not to forget, not to get lost along the way when the Yetzer Hara is fired up and thinking that no, now you need to step in. Now you need to put your foot down. Now you need to finally say something. I promise you it is only a test. She will not be corrected even by what you do say. It will only turn into an argument. And the next time comes around that she falls into the same problem, she's not going to remember just because you told her last week.
So, let me ask you this, if I did the right thing, or maybe I should have killed quiet.
A little louder.
So, yesterday, we had like some lady come knocking on our door for Parnassat.
So she came, wanted money from you.
I gave
Did
it.
you know her, who she was?
No, just,
Random person.
yeah, it's like she was a single mother, whatever, gave her money. Come upstairs, my wife says, wow, you're better than me. I said, why did you say that? She says, because somebody came up to me today in Williamsburg, some guy, while I was going through my car for work.
Yeah.
And, I didn't give it to him. And I said, well, that's a little weird that he came up to you like he shouldn't come up to you like that. Like, you're a woman going through the trunk. Like, it's a little sneaky. Probably like I said, like, he wasn't the one that you should have given to. Maybe that was a good reason, I supported her. Like, I didn't want to make her feel bad.
What did she say afterwards?
She says, yeah, it was a little weird. Like, I'm going through my trunk and all of a sudden I come up and he's just standing there, So I was like, yeah, like, who does that? That's not the proper way. Believe me, you would have given if it was a right person. Like, is that good?
Always support her in her decisions and what she likes, doesn't like, whatever happens. When a wife tells you a story, most of the time they're not looking for answers.
Right.
Most of the time they're looking for support.
Yeah, but if she was like feeling bad about herself,
right.
I'm not.
So obviously you didn't know she was going to say that.
Right.
It's not something you did on purpose.
Right.
It came out that way, and she reflected upon it.
Right.
I wouldn't say, oh, yeah, you should have given tzedakah, right? You don't want to make her feel bad about it.
Of course not.
But now that she saw that you were giving, now maybe she'll get the idea that next time someone comes around, she'll give them too.
Right.
So she will be able to be transformed by your midos and your actions. You'll never need to say to her outright, hey, you did something wrong on you.
Right.
Or, hey, no, this is the way to do it. So yes, good job. Always support her. Always be caring. Always be understanding. And then you're never going to need to push her in a direction. She might want to do it herself.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Good job. Understanding and being supportive of her.
And know when she doesn't want advice. That's very important.
She never wants advice.
She never wants advice.
She'll never want advice. You know when she doesn't want advice? All the time. Trust me. There's never going to be a time where she wants you to be criticizing her. And if you do, she's going to take it the wrong way.
Right.
Even if you're trying to be constructive and helpful and loving, they're not going to see it like that. They're going to feel attacked. And it's exactly the opposite of what you want her to feel. In any relationship, you always want to show love. You want to show you're helpful. You want to show you're supportive. You want to show that you're kind and there for them. You shall desire your man, God says. Nothing must detract from or compete with a wife's rightful status as the number one in her husband's life. Not even children. So you have to say, oh, honey, no, I got to go take care of the kids. When your wife wants you right now, no. It is not an excuse. Of course, your wife wants you to take care of your children, but not at the expense of her. Or if your wife says she wants you to go learn, she wants you to go to a shir at night, she wants you to go daven, she wants you to have a career, she wants you to have hobbies, or go to the rabbi's house for advice, all these things are amazing. And if you asked her on any even day, and an even-keeled mind, of course she would want you to do it. But if she's asking you to do something at the same exact moment that you're doing any one of those things, even though she wants you to do those things, but not when she asks you for something, or asks you for help, or wants you to be there for a certain thing. Everything must drop. And right now, this is your number one priority. It's only a test for you. How are you going to handle it? Even though these are things she loves you to do. A man must pray not only for success in every endeavor and everything that he's doing, but also that whatever he's doing doesn't slight his wife's feeling of, God forbid, making her think that right now something is more important than her. So even though you're doing it, pray for success and pray that she understands that you're doing it because you love her and not at the expense of her. Hashem instilled inside a woman a burning desire to be on the highest rung of the husband's priorities. The Torah says in Bereshit chapter 3, you shall desire your man and he shall govern you. What does that mean? A husband should beat a wife into submission because he has to govern her, he has to rule her, he has to make sure she's put in her place. Abso-flipping-lutely not. Do not misconstrue the Torah's words of God in the Bible. It means that a husband governs the wife's moods. How he wants the wife to act is a result of how he's going to treat her. That's what it means here. She can attain genuine happiness through her husband, through his attention, through the love, and through that respect that he is going to give to her. She is therefore totally dependent upon him because of the way that he acts, and her emotional states are going to be reflective of the energy that he's giving out, that he's giving in to her. So, question. Why did Hashem instill a woman this type of response to her husband, dependent on his state, are going to be her emotions? First, since Eve, since Chava, all the way back, we're going to flip back to creation. So she tempted Adam, and as such caused the advent of death in the world. For before he sinned, there was no death in the world. They were going to live in Gan Eden, in the garden, forever, peacefully. Therefore, all women are compelled to receive this vitality, this life, this emotional state from their husbands, for without his attention, they're going to feel like the bitter taste of death. Time and time again, we see that women have almost everything. They could have diamonds, they can have gold, they can have the biggest success in all their careers. They could have fame, they could have fortune, they could have status, they could have real recognition, and more. Yet, if the husband's love is not given to them, if they don't feel respected in their home, the taste is like ash to her. Everything that she's eating, the most expensive dishes, the most gorgeous restaurants, it can all be nothing and bitter. She has no joy. Nothing can sustain for the ultra VIP treatment that she requires, that she needs, that she should have from her husband. And we'll continue on with the story from Adam and Chava next time. And just remember, you want a loving wife, you want a caring wife, you want a giving wife, just be that man yourself. Give to her, and she will reflect that energy, that emotional state. Don't say it's dependent upon her. Don't put the onus on her. Don't say, why are you crazy today? Why are you being emotional? You need to go to therapy. It's exactly not that. Take real responsibility and show genuine, lucrative love to her always and absolutely. And with that, have an awesome, deliciously amazing rest of your day.